Massachusetts needs to buckle up and get ready for a big fight with Uber and Lyft. They're going to do the very same thing that they did in California, and they've let Massachusetts know it is going down. Facing a lawsuit from the state attorney general over how they classify drivers, Uber and Lyft secured a landmark change to California labor law with passage of a heavily funded ballot question that could be a crucial step toward reshaping how cornerstones of the gig economy operate across the nation. Just 2 days after the election, Uber CEO Dara Kay said that the company would more loudly advocate for new laws like Prop 22, which effectively rewrites California state law to exempt ride-hailing and delivery companies from a requirement to classify drivers as employees moving forward. In Massachusetts, where Uber and Lyft face a similar lawsuit to the one in California, the next 9 months will likely determine to which route the companies take. Uber says it does not currently plan to pursue a Massachusetts ballot question in 2022, even though the Bay State has a similar trio of requirements commonly referred to as an ABC test in its labor laws, outlining when companies must treat workers as employees rather than contractors. Instead, the company believes it can secure the relevant changes to state law, clear permission to categorize drivers in a third category as independent contractors rather than as employees by working with state lawmakers and government Charlie Baker. You got to email Charlie Baker. You got to tweet about Charlie Baker. You back Uber, you're voted out, period, right? We are confident that unlike California, Massachusetts, leaders will work together to ensure that drivers are able to gain new protections and benefits while keeping the flexibility they overwhelmingly want. Alex Anfang, an Uber spokesman, said in a statement to the news service. Lawmakers over the years have periodically engaged in heated debates over the independent contractor law. DoorDash, another one of the giants, has pumped money into the successful California campaign, hinted that it too might turn toward lawmakers for a solution. Lawmakers, we're watching you. And as I say this right after I finish the video, I'm going to tweet these lawmakers a copy of this video. Advocacy in Massachusetts has already started. Last week, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, New England Executive Director Bob Gargillo wrote to the Baker administration urging leaders to adopt a Prop 22-like reform at the state level, describing ride-hailing companies as an important component to reducing the risks of drunk or impaired driving. They did the same with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, sold out here in California. Today, we have one of the lowest arrest rates for DUIs in the country. Gargillo wrote to Public Safety Secretary Thomas Turco, much of that success is the result of the tireless work of law enforcement and community groups, but it is also due to increased access to ride-sharing Massachusetts residents. It shouldn't come to a ballot question for the leaders in Massachusetts to listen to will of the people, support our work as an act to keep our roads safe, he concluded. We urge you all public safety leaders across the Commonwealth to support a common sense solution that does just that. In May, California Attorney General Javier Becerra sued Uber and Lyft, alleging that they violated a new state employment law, often referred to as AB 5. A state judge in August ordered Uber and Lyft to reclassify their drivers as employees, criticizing their brazen refusal. So in Massachusetts, Attorney General Maura Healey filed her own lawsuit against Uber and Lyft in July, arguing that the companies violate wage and hour laws and boost their profits by classifying the state's nearly 200,000 transportation network company drivers as independent contractors. Healey's office did not comment on the California results or on what they spell for Massachusetts, reiterating only that the lawsuit against the companies is ongoing. Uber and Lyft and other companies still have time to pursue a ballot question, particularly if the talks they aim to have with elected leaders break down. And those elected leaders, we're gonna vote you out. If you back this, we're gonna vote you out. To launch an initiative campaign with the goal of a vote in November 2022, 10 supporters would need to file a petition by the first Wednesday in August of 2021. Lyft was less clear about its plans in Massachusetts. In response to a request for comment about the Bay State, a company spokesman only provided a press release praising Prop 22's passage and describing it as a groundbreaking step towards the creation of a third way that recognizes independent workers in the United States. Despite Uber's optimism, Beacon Hill power players offered little indication to the news service that they are on board. Asked for comment, Senator Patricia Jelen, a Somerville Democrat who co-chairs the Labor and Workforce Development Committee, criticized the companies for not participating in a legislative hearing last year. We certainly would have welcomed the input of Uber and other rideshare companies this session when we held a hearing in June 2019 on rideshare employee rights, but they chose not to attend, typical Uber, nor provide comment on the proposals, typical Uber. Jelen said in a statement, "We'll review any initiative petition when it comes before the Labor Committee or the legislator in light of the long-standing practice of the Commonwealth to protect workers from abusive labor practices like misclassification." Baker's office said that he would review any legislation that reaches his desk while neither chair of the Transportation Committee, Republican Representative William Strauss, and Senator Joseph Boncour commented on Prop 22. Now, shout out to my sponsor, Cover, Kover, the Gig Protection Plan. You get 1 month free if you sign up under my link underneath the video. They cover all these companies starting at $7 a month. The biggest one here, the legal protection, they have a partner called Legal Rideshare, legalrideshare.com in Chicago. The law firm sends out letters if you get wrongfully terminated or deactivated due to a false report. Another great part of this gig protection plan, 24/7 health service, paid time off, sick leave, you can advance yourself monies, automatic mileage tracking. If your car ends up in the body shop, you get 80% of your lost wages covered. If you end up in the hospital, 80% of your lost wages covered. So it's got tons and tons of benefits. And they work with the very, very best law firm in the country, legalrideshare.com. If you have been in a major injury, God forbid, I hope it never happens to you. If riders in your car were injured, if you had car property damage or wage loss, they will package up the entire insurance claim and go after the insurance company to get you covered for your injury, maybe your hospital fees, maybe your car was written off, and maybe you're out of commission for a few months, right? They will go and collect those damages for you. Have a great day. Your comments, please.